an issue has been fixed in which some of Guider Ether's voice clips were not played. No, people just had them muted. It's fine. All right. What is going on, guys? You guys know what time it is. It is time to do the update, and this is a big one. And as you can see on the screen, I was wrong. I was saying Luna was actually going to be in a much further update under her own side story. I specifically thought that because the side story had Bologna on it. So I figured, oh wait, they'll wait until possibly after Tamarine is actually out of rotation of the banner. But now they're gonna have a double banner, which is kind of crappy for Tamarine. It's almost as if they threw her out there to get some summons, and I know in my guild specifically, she has some people summoned her already. So it's like, dang. Now Luna is, I'll scroll down here. She's a limited. She's going to be limited. But I know a lot of this was already like data mined and stuff like that. But just so you guys know, I don't really use that as official news. You'll never see me ever post about that. That's just not, I don't believe in that stuff, because it's so easy for them to have done it right now in the same way they could have did it a month from now or 2 months from now. So I never like will report on stuff like that. It's just not worth it. No matter how accurate it might seem to be, just not something I like to do, because when you are wrong, if they, you promote that and then you're wrong, then I feel like you misled so many people. But when I put out a video like my last one and I say, oh, I think that it's going to be like this because of this, that's just me making guesses. So if I'm wrong on a guess, that's fine. But when people sometimes put out data mine stuff, it's like, this is official, and Luna's banner has been official for like a month. So it's nice that they actually finally did it. A lot of people really do like her, and most people already know her kit. I don't even feel like making this like a surprise video, because she's, everyone kind of knows what she does. She has the ignore defense on the S3, and I realized I need to up my zoom. Let me get that in for you guys. Maybe, yeah, right? Because there's a lot to read and not really care about Luna. Like, I don't really care too much about Luna, because even if I got her, she'd have to like project, like she has to like fast forward into the rest of my leveling system right now. And I think, especially with the hunts, the way that the hunts work currently, you're gonna want to use her. I mean, yeah, she'll do damage to any of them with the S3, but her S1 is, and the fact that she's water, she's gonna be like really good for your wyvern kind of. But what she's really gonna be good for, her main purpose, her amazing purpose, in my opinion, is PvE and guild war stuff, because of the fact that it doesn't matter what she's fighting, she can burst any target. Now her AI is going to be amazing to see, because it's really going to see like, how is she going to actually act? Does she still only hit fire even though she can hit anything? Because she's not a light and dark that will just make, if she was a moonlight unit, it would be hard, because you really wouldn't know who the hell she's going to hit. So I don't know if she's going to pretty much target any character, maybe lowest health. We'll see how they make the AI, and that's what I'm more interested to see, the AI of Luna in the current game, because I know she's been in I think Korea for a while, but now we get her. Haha. So that's cool and all, but this thing is the special side story. I've been trying to read it before making the video, so I do apologize if I misread anything. I know people like to eat me alive when I do, and it's fine, because people love people when they make mistakes, because it's like, I didn't make the mistake, you made the mistake, so fuck you. So if I make a mistake, you can feel free to call it out, because it will help me out, because if I mess this up, then I want to understand it better, so the way that they're saying this, I'm going to read a little bit of it. So yeah, it's like a side story where the choices, it changes depending on what the choices you make, right? So there are some stages that will have only story and no battle. And they do go on to say that the story stages have nothing. Sorry, they have nothing. They do not cost you any energy to go into. So it's just you enjoying the story. It's probably skippable, or whatever have you, which is fine, right? So there it is. Story does not consume any energy to enter, but you can't get any event currency. So it's literally, if you enjoy it, hopefully they allow you to skip it, right? If you care nothing about the story like me, I actually love the story. And I'm waiting for them to do something else, like a Tamarine kind of side story, which really has the effect of nothing, to wrap up the story and try to get like all the story together and like maybe make a video on it, because I really want to like get everything in perspective. Because Luna not being in a side story means that her story almost doesn't, not that it doesn't matter, but it's like her story would have been so interesting in the Wittenberg aspect of it, which is another like continent. But hey, that's why I was hoping for that would introduce that and get us into the next continent, which that's when I thought that they would do it, when they were ready to do that. But hey, whatever. Back to this crap, right? Sorry. I want to go to another continent. So yeah, so as you can see here, depending on your choices in each story stage, different stages will open and will end, and the end of the story will change. So they're showing you that you're in this one, June 2nd, Act 3, Owner. And then they show you here that there's a dialogue. So you could choose each one, and it will affect, what you see next. Now, from my understanding, tutorial, right? Yeah, story stages that have already been cured can be played again and new choices can be made. So it seems as though you can see every option. This is like Life is Strange, Walking Dead. Like, oh, let me go back and see what happens if I let the dog live. Oh, it bites me later in the game. Oh, what happens if I kill the dog early? Oh, it's mama dog comes and bites me. So you can kind of like get everything, and you'll see a little bit why as I scroll down, why it seems that you're gonna have to play through all this stuff and get all the story shoved down your throat if you like it or hate it, because there's so many rewards. You'll see as I get lower, there will be one battle stage each week. Entering this stage will consume energy. Currently the stage will give you event currency. So this is like a same side story stuff that we've been doing. It has 4 difficulties. The players may select the higher difficulty after successfully clearing one before it, and the first battle will be NPCs. So pretty much, which is cool about this, I think this is a change, if I'm not mistaken, is that the first battle of this side story is pretty much guaranteed to you. So that's great. It's not guaranteed, but like you have NPCs, and like you can't change their gear, you can't change their formation, so you just have to hold it and just use the characters correctly, and you'll probably pass. And then that's a nice thing for them to do, right? In my opinion. So there it is, banquet hall. Shadowy hallway, ready. That's probably the story one, and boom, this is it. 60-60. These are your homegirls. You better use them right, and they're 60 versus 30. So there it is. Easy, normal, hard, hell. You guys know how this works already. And then boom, the enhanced heroes. Bologna, which sucks for me because she's already 60. Would be, I like to level characters during these stuffs. And then of course we have Akantis, which I could technically try to level in here. She's a really good unit, but at the same time, I don't remember. I think she has attack break on auto. So, So here we go. So this is even crazier when you look at this. So each week's battle stage will allow you to collect different event currencies. So there's 3 different event currencies for this. So as you will see in a couple seconds, this is the Royal Rose. All this stuff, right? And again, we have the Epic Catalyst in here. You can get 4 of them. And the Dreamtime Circuit, I think, is a regular. And then the Mysterious Flash, I think, is a skill one. As you can see, a little bit lower. The other one is 6. Usually it's 6 of these. I don't remember that with this one, and this one I know is usually 15. So, but they're allowing you obviously to go, and as we go down, the Artifact Love Potion, we'll get to that in a second. And then boom, again, Artifact Love Potion, Demon Blood Gem, 4, and this one, and then the Flame Soul, same thing. And then the Sigret Ring is going down. Each one has the corresponding element, like the element penguins and stuff like that. And the Frost Rune, this one, the Frost, Ice. This one is Fire, and then this one I think is Light. Sorry, that's weird. Wonder why it's light. But hey, it's there. There it is. Artifact Charm is still the same. Morgor Sea, Giga Phantasm. So this one is really stacked as far as if you wanna. It's, again, I've said it in the last video that I just did, that you're gonna pretty much not have to. I don't want to say you have to, but it's just so recommended that you sit here and do this, because look how much stuff you're getting for spending your energy in a specific place over another place. Like, why are you doing hunt if you haven't gotten some of this stuff off the table? Yes, you can randomly get a good drop or stuff like that, but it's not as good as getting an Epic Catalyst pretty much just because you put your energy here all these other catalysts, Molagora Seed, Giga Phantasm, you know, like it just doesn't make any sense to do it. I just, I'm sorry. So it's just like, that's why I was hoping that maybe they would add like rune stuff in here too, like or vice versa. When you go into hunt, let's say if you absolutely for some reason don't have any interest in this, that hunt would drop you some type of form of catalyst crafting material. But I don't know, they ain't hearing me on that, because we'll go down later and we'll see that. So here we go. Hidden achievements will appear upon reaching one of the endings, except the bad ending. So there are bad endings, like rip, you suck. So as you can see here, same thing, and is the mystery. Then you have to click on the hint to get what the next part is. I actually enjoyed that in the other thing, because it made you farm in a place, but it made it seem like you were doing it for a reason, not just, oh, this is the best stage for me. So I do like when they do that. Hey, look, you get one of those. All right, so Lisa, was it? It was a great thing. So yeah, this one is like, oh, so I have to find where she is and then fight her. Easy cakes, right? So, but look at this achievement list. Look how long this thing is. Whew, let me actually do one zoom back. Can I get it all in front? No, I can't. Look how, I gotta back out even more. Boom. Look at that. That is a long list of things. What is that? Penguins, leaves, sky stones, gold, rare catalyst, silver transmit, love potion, the artifact, which we'll get into a second. Now, the ones that I really am curious about is, I think I just saw it. Now I can't find it. Aether's gift, Akanti's gift, Liasi gift, and Jenna's gift. Now, the fact that she is getting gifts and stuff like that makes me think that maybe she might be another character that they're giving in and like putting her into the story, injecting her and making her seem important. So she might actually be nice. And usually my rule is if they don't move in the thing, then they're not a character. But I think maybe if she starts moving in the side story, you know, my conspiracy theory. So, and I guess look, week 1 achievement equipment. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. So here's the love potion. Now I want to make something really important about this love potion. Let's first read it. Increases the effect of all healing received by an ally by 5%, going up to 10%. If the effect overlaps on the effect, the higher one will play. The only one that I know is obviously, they say it somewhere down here because they have to fix it. Shimada's staff is like the one that's going to be technically higher. But if you guys see here, there is no baseline on who you can put this on. That actually is amazing, because now you can put this on a character that doesn't necessarily need a crazy thing, obviously, because it's actually tied to, did I actually skip over that? I hope I did not. Oh, okay, it's right here. So, oh wow, why is it only those two? I wonder if this is a typo. Players can obtain extra royal roses and secret letters according to the skill level of the love potion. But we also know up here that there is a third one, Signet Ring. Signet Ring. I wonder if that's a typo. We'll find out in week 3, I guess. If it doesn't work, it's something that they'll have to fix immediately. Yeah, they're only saying those 2 currencies, the 1 and the 2. But I do like that it can be put on anyone. It kind of has to, because it's like the, what is it, the card of small miracles, and it has to be able to be put on anything anyway, because that's how they work. But it's cool that, you know, some characters you don't necessarily need an artifact on, but you pretty much always want to have one. But at least if you do have a really stally crappy comp, and I feel like if you don't have one of the better artifacts, it might be better to at least put this one if you have a healing-esque comp. If you guys understand what I'm saying, then you know you can at least overlap the heal. You don't have Shimada staff. Maybe you don't have a Soul Weaver in your actual party, but your characters heal, like they have life steal, or like Ravi S1, they have a healing mechanic. Then you can actually put this on them, or put it on someone in the group, and they'll heal more. So it's, you know, it's pretty cool as far as like an actual artifact. I definitely like this one more than the card of small miracles. So it says additional event currency, which the other one's event currency. So I'm pretty sure they just didn't put Signet Ring in this part, but it kind of alludes to it here. So let's hope it. If multiple have it on your team, only the love potion with the highest skill level will be counted for the bonus. So this time, ladies and gentlemen, you do have to upgrade it as quick as possible. Before the card of small miracles, you can have 4 of them, and it would work in, you know, if you have 4. So this time they are not allowing you to do that. They are saying, hey, you need to put this on, combine them, and level it up. And they're trying to show you that it will immediately benefit you if you do it. So all your artifact charms should go towards this. It's kind of hard for me to say that, you know, as far as, you know, I don't know how quick these are the achievements awards, so this has nothing to do with that. So it's just pretty much to do this quickly, to get all this done quickly. Is it work your artifact charms or putting in, you know, not dusting, you know, artifacts to get that done quicker? It's kind of hard to say. That's going to be up to your discretion. But as you can see, if you max it out, you're going to get 50% more of the currency. So, you know, it's kind of a toss up, because some people will be like, well, I'll just play it more. I don't really care. And I'll keep my artifact charms for the artifacts that I'm actually using instead of this one that I might not use whatsoever. And then I'm maxing that out. I only have like one maxed out artifact. I think it's Dust Devil. I think it's just Dust Devil, like literally. And oh no, Executioner's Tonfas. Only 2 ones that I have that are actually maxed out. So to max this one out that I'm not even gonna really use kind of seems, you know, a little iffy to me. Let me know what you guys decide to do. For the duration, oh wow. Unequipping Love Potion will not consume gold. That is huge. And then when it's done, it will cost you gold. That's actually, I mean, one, everyone's been hoping to have this function in gear. So it's weird that they're giving us this functionality for this one artifact, because they know you're going to be moving it around, because it's going to be on your fodder unit. They know that. You know, this is why they're doing that. Because it was tedious. It was beyond tedious to constantly keep taking off the card of Small Miracles, putting it on another character, rinse, wash, and repeat. So now they're like, okay, sorry guys. So start to eat your gold, which is a lot of their functions seem to eat gold. So, you know, this is a step in the right direction, but it's gonna, in my opinion, it might anger, like slightly trigger people. It's like, wait, why, if you guys could do this, why not give it to us on stuff that really matters, you know, throughout the course of the game, the main aspects of the game, right? So next up, after that, that's pretty much all the side story stuff. Cool, and that's done. I hope you guys understood it. I think now that I read it slower, I understood it a little bit better. Not that bad, depending on how you go into the side story and the different things, and then you got your farm stages. You guys know how that goes. So they gave Mercedes a buff on her S3. Sure. She actually isn't, like I said, and I've always mentioned that she's actually not that bad as far as like an AoE farmer, and all her stuff hits multiple enemies all the time. And, you know, for stages that are wind and fire dominated, she could farm for you, especially on a lifesteal kind of esque set. So now her thing is releases the power of the ancient book to attack all enemies, goes to releases the power of the ancient book to attack all enemies strongly, getting a 20% boost. Same thing with here, Celestial Mercedes getting a 20% boost to Finale, which I think is her S3 as well. So yeah, and actually changing it, attacks on oh no, this is Awakening. Increase the attack of the character, increase but it hits. Nice little thing there, boosting Zaratu's S3. A huge boost, and I actually can attest to that, because when I first used Zaratu, I was like, oh, he's so cool. He's, you know, ice. He's actually ice. He, like, you know, has ice stuff, and he just didn't seem to do that much damage. And I, even for the gear that I had on him in comparison to other characters I had geared kind of similarly, he just didn't do much damage, because a lot of the mages, and the reason why I think a lot of people don't like the mages is because without like super great runes, they do crap damage. And then you have these warriors that are just busting out the, you know, doing so much, these thieves, and then mages seem to be in like this weird limbo between damage dealer and utility unit. So like, it's nice that he's getting a boost on his S3, so yes, he can do some damage and get the stun off. So nice to see that. Same thing here with Tenebria. They're making the Nightmare, and I mean, it hurts. If it already hurt, I've definitely seen some Tenebrias do some damage, and now they're gonna be a little bit more happy and increase attack. I feel like it didn't increase attack before, but hey, whatever. Same thing with Basar. Again, he was super utility, but now he's getting a boost on his Hurricane. Now Tamadamamarine is actually getting a little switch, thankfully. So this, a lot of people questioned, and I questioned it myself. It's like, what is she like? When she turns into idle mode, she's a beast and she can do damage. So now the Soul Burn is going to be greatly heals all allies, which is great. because if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't matter whether it's the S1, sorry, if you're in idle form or not, now it's going to get a heal, which gives her idle form a heal when you soul burn, which is great because I think it was like a 20 soul burn for that. So it was like increased damage. Like, how much damage are we talking? All of a sudden, she like really like just throws the mic at you and you explode. Like, I didn't didn't understand that. So yeah. So next up, they're finally changing this back to the cooldown count of Shining Star is full only at the first battle. This is really important for, obviously, for her being viable in Labyrinths and other things, is that every time she got into a battle, it would reset. That was garbage can. That was so bad. So I didn't have her, but the fact that when you read it out and you saw people complaining about that you would pretty much go into a fight, idle up, idle out, whatever. Then you would get out. You go into the next fight, like in Labyrinth, you would, and then she would have to go through it again. It was not good. That's not good. So now they switched it. You know, it's funny. She's getting all these buffs, and now Luna's just gonna make her irrelevant. Well, semi-irrelevant until people actually pull and get her. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pull for Luna until I get her, because she's limited. You have to, you know, in my opinion, you gotta get for limited. And then once I'm done with that, if I have enough, I'm going to pull for Tambo. That's pretty much going to be mine. I'm only going to go for like one copy of Luna. I'm not going to try to get multiple copies. I just need that one. I don't care too much about the imprinting or being able to 6-star her quicker. I'm just getting that one and I'm good. She's not even coming with an artifact, I think. So, like, literally, this is the most random drop. Like, Deanne, she came with an artifact, a story. They're just dropping Luna here. It's like, this is when they want to make their, you know, pack money. This is like, guys, it's time. So of course they're editing this a little bit. Guys, as hell, increasing them by 1. I think there was something else that I saw here. Oh, it's healing more. The Song of the Forest is doing more healing. What is this? Powerful performance, combat readiness, recovering health increases. Wait, so she heals as well when she does that? Wow. Wow. So she gives the attack boost now, combat readiness, and recovering health to her max. Wow. That's actually strong as hell. That's really strong. Yo. So she heals when she's not in idle. And now when she's not in idle, S2, and they boosted that up as well, as they just said there. Now when she actually is in idle, she also heals now. And now you can also meter burn the S1 to heal again. That makes her really good as far as like a stall character. And if you guys see my Guild War video, you can stall people in Guild Wars. You can actually put a team that is super pretty much unkillable to a degree. If if they do not pick the right certain characters, you can get a stalemate. And like the guild defense will win if you take too long to beat them. That's insane. So seeing a character like her, who actually, when she singing idle, right, she gets max health, recovers, which is great. So that means that if you heal block her, she won't do that. But she gets max health back. Like, she gets back to full instantaneously when she does that. So even if it takes a while for her to get into idle form, she literally will full max heal herself. And then now she's healing everybody else like crazy when she's in either form. Look at the 65% boost. Nuts. And remember, this is without Mulagora investment. Like, this is gonna heal like crazy, and it scales over max HP, so you could literally go full max HP, and she doesn't necessarily need to be fast. But as you guys know, I'm gonna put her on counter, so I'm gonna have her attacking back, healing, getting the cooldown, and then running stuff. She's gonna be a problem. Everyone that didn't want to summon Sailor Moon is definitely going to feel it. And issue has been fixed in which some of Guider Ether's voice clips were not played. No, people just had them muted. It's fine. All right. All right. And Shramata's staff, as they said, is matched correctly, because now there's actually something that another artifact in the game that does interfere with it. So you couldn't get this 40% of bonus healing, and then have the love potion also giving another additional, and then literally nothing would die unless you heal blocked it. So whew, thank God they caught that early, because that would have been a problem, and it would have been specifically a problem I would have been using because because I have both. Oh, I will have both, sorry. So yeah, in the battle stages, the amount of gold rewarded from the treasure chest increased with stage difficulty. So it's nice, but it's cool to see that the base of his would be 6,000. What is decent here, the equipment here, it can be 55, and these two are going to be good. So now you don't actually need to go to hell, and hard will drop 44 to 57, which if it's a only reason I would care about that is if it's a necklace or a ring. If the necklace and rings don't drop from this, then I don't care. I'm not using a 55 left side gear. That's not happening. And I'm not using it on the right side, because boots you can craft. So there's no real reason to have low quality boots. No real reason, in my opinion. Event currency, that's pretty good that it can drop from there too, because if you don't know, the 50% boost will actually trigger off getting these from a chest. So if you open a chest and it's like 20, and then you get whatever in the thing, beautiful. Whew. And what is this? The amount of event currency in Golden Goblin. So Golden Goblins are automatically currency. I feel like that was true. I just didn't know. That was in a side story and it has been fixed. It's too late. All right. So this is the guild stuff. And I'll be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of half the stuff that they did in the guild, because they still don't have it that a vice captain can do the war stuff for you. At least from what I read. I'm going to reread it a little bit again, but it's not there, and that's a huge thing, man. As a guild captain, I don't have multiple guilds like other people, which is really sucks for them, because they really have to, it's like too much micromanaging that you have to do, like as far as like, especially because they don't save it. If they at least saved your formation so that whatever way you had it set up before, you only have to change it if someone leaves, or someone's inactive, or someone wants a piece of the pie, things of that nature, that should be how it works, in my opinion. So it's just really annoying to have to always log in, go into the guild war, do this thing, which is very slow. It's like not a good thing, because you don't want to auto assign, pretty much. You just don't. So you want to set it up and split everything evenly. You don't want to give them a free fortress by having all your weakest members on the last fortress that was auto assigned, because then that gives them a free fortress that's free havoc, and you're trying to deny havoc. That is the purpose, is to deny havoc, to not allow them to just take a fortress for free. That's just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I'm not gonna read all of these, but pretty much this thing, the pre-war offensive team formation feature is removed because it made no sense. It was just like, oh, you put a team together, but then you fight a team, and it's like, well, I need to change my team anyway, so it was pointless to have that there. Didn't even know why that was a thing. When attacking in a guild, the message says when a player does not have a significant number of guild crests has been improved. And this is another thing, I think. An issue has been fixed in which members who are not assigned to any building during war preparation receive they cannot participate in war message. I'm hoping what this means is, which I actually had that, we finally got over 28 people in our guild, and I assigned buildings, and then one of the people were left out, and they messaged on one of the devices, and they were saying, hey, I can't attack. And I was like, wait, what? So if this is, I hope this is fixed in the next guild war, because it makes no sense that you have to have a defending tower to attack. If you have a higher guild, that's not fair, because that means that person is not getting medals, because they're not in the war, they're not participating, they're not getting any havoc to get more medals. It's just not fair. So I hope that they fix that as well. Everything else is like very minor thing, text displays and stuff like that, and whatever, it's not that important. But those two things are really, really important. Allowing other people to do the defenses, even if you want to call them a guild vice and make it a completely different role, that's fine. But give it that other people can do it, so you can sleep for a night or ignore it for a day or something like that. Or hey, I do it the way I want it this day. This vice does it this day, and I do it, and then another vice does it this day, and they can set it up the whatever way they want, because that's how it should be. It should be like not doing the same strategy each time. It should be like a fun thing where you're like, all right, this time I'm going to use the auto assign. I'm the auto assign vice captain, and this is the vice captain that does the princess strat, which is like putting all your weaker members in the towers and leaving all your big brutes outside. And then maybe another person wants to mix it up, keep really good people in the towers, but still like keep good people out. Like, everyone can have their own strategy. So instead it's just like, oh, it's whatever I want. And it's like, but it's fine. Like, I guess they want you to be the guild captain general, whatever. Who cares? All right. So next up, they're just changing some stuff in the battle chat and UI fixes, of course. So that's about it. So I'm tired. I have jury duty. So this is I'm not trying to ramble on for too long, but I definitely think that I wanted to address as much stuff as I could, edit it down, put it in video format. Sorry, not video. It's already in video format. Put it in my thing, edit it, and then get it out to you guys. Because it's a lot of stuff I have an opinion on, and I wanted to share it with the people that are specifically subscribed to my channel that look forward to these things. I don't get the most views, but I do appreciate those that do come and see my side of the story and see how I explain it. So thank you to you guys. And yeah, appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will likely be a summon video once this is live. That's pretty much the next thing on my agenda, is to summon for Luna with all the stuff I was going to summon for Tamarine, because I didn't assume that they were going to put out another thing. So yeah, what are we going to do?